photo, pour so photogenic. All I know is to go get it. Shoot my shot, now I ain't gon' miss it.
22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And we are underway from Columbus. This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And he just continues to throw touchdown pass after touchdown pass, leading the league here down the final stretch of the year. Guys will say that the numbers and the rankings, they don't matter to him very much, but I don't know how much I actually believe that. Sure, he's team first, but I think everyone would like to see him finish number one, including himself.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Their first play from scrimmage is a pickup of 13. For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
No surprise to see him running again here. Is something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Well, this defense for the Saints, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
Thanks to his effort, they now have a big choice to make here. He just ran them into field goal range with that one, so here come the choices. Do they kick it here, or do they trust him to make another big play?
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for the touchdown. A great play there. With touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Explorers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. First down, and they'll start with Algier. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Well, in every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, Henson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Back to throw. Henson. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Back to throw again. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Off the bootleg. Henson. He'll buy some time right. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
The numbers on the ground for Walker a week ago. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide. 3
yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And that'll bring up fourth down on the big sack with a loss of 5. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that will extend their lead even further. So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
To throw on second down. Henson, quick hitter here, it's complete. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd and 2, Henson. And that is incomplete. There defensively, Tariq Woolen. Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is taken at the 23. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The offense back out there at the line ready for their next drive. They're looking sharp out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a gain of 35. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes our score 17-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Thomas. He finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. 30, the 20. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Ken Walker taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Explorers are able to add on to their first half lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Well, they got the ball in great field position. 1 play later, boom, end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Henson. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Throw there. It's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Walker now on 1st and 10. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 46 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. Downfield, and he's got Olave. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. It's a gain of 35. They'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Explorers are pouring it on. Point after, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On the ground, it's Thomas. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. On 1st and 10, it's Algier. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. Looking to throw. Henson. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Henson. And that will be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
This is brought in at the 21. A good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They go play action here on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well where you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
This duo locked in. 14 yards there and a 1st down. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 60 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll look to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a 1st. Here's Walker. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Kenneth Walker with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Explorers just continue to roll. I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Throwing on first down. Henson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. Dumps this one off to Algier. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. They'll look to throw again. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's complete to Robinson. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. And the Saints set to go here to begin the third quarter. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Starting the drive with Algier. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun. Henson, and quickly into the hands of Robinson. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And 3rd and 8 now. Looking to throw. Henson. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Looking deep downfield. And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
The extra point up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. Now a hit and a loose football. It's going the other way. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And careless with a football. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On first down, Henson. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Tariq Woolen picks it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
On play action, they'll throw. This is caught. Touchdown. Chris Olave. 27 yards. And the Explorers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. The Saints hands team able to rein this one in. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Yeah, we saw that one up here, CD. Offensive team, they touched that before it went 10 yards.
Obviously such a fine line, letting it go the required 10 yards, but also getting to it before the hands team can. Just didn't time it out right, and that results in a flag.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Back to throw. Henson. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Looking to throw. Henson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. And his kick here is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions. Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down, because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Second and 1. And that is caught, and the record is his. It's a touchdown. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto, and so the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
On second, here's Algier. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
At this point, this offense feels like they could just roll out anything, and it would work. They are certainly in no hurry for this one to end. Not when they can rack up some stats and continue to add to their lead.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. They'll roll him out right. That's Olave bringing in another one. Touchdown! Chris Olave with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Explorers get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Fake it. And this is caught out in the left flat. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out. This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down. Back to throw. Henson. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's fourth down. Here comes the Saints punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Taking on the midfield logo. Now a hit and a loose football. Well, they got the ball already. They're not going to risk the yardage and running another fourth down. They decline it.
And what was that they taught you in law school, that possession is 9/10 of the law?
I didn't go to law school.
Oh, you didn't? I thought you did. Well, I'm going to give that to you anyway. Possession is 9/10 of the law, and it's 9/10 of this game, too. Having the football counts.
You're so litigious. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Operating from the gun, Henson. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's fourth down. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and that will come the offense as they take over. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And touchdown! A big play there. 57 yards. And the Explorers add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. The extra point up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The New Orleans offense set to take over. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage, because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll set up to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Flush to his right. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone says the field judge, it's ruled incomplete.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Here we go, set. 53. Shot 17. Let's go.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Chris Olave.
A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Explorers add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3-and-out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. To throw on 2nd down. Henson drops it underneath to Thomas. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 10 yards, good for his Saints, 1st down. Looking to throw. Henson.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Henson
has his man. It's Shakir. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun. Henson.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side, and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
31 yards on the punt there.
Chris Olave heads back to the field as his guys get set for another possession.
His defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. He'll drop to throw.
Finds his man. That's Olave on the crossing route.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a 1st. That one looks like he'll throw here.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when we decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
He'll get it inside the 20. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down at the 2. So close.
A big play there. 46 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Back to throw. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Point after try forthcoming. And this part of the game's been an adventure thus far, but this one is good. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
On 3rd down, Henson. And he comes back with one complete. Past the 20. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Extra point splits the uprights as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Chris Olave heads back to the field as his guys get set for another possession. And now he's inching closer to a 200-yard game. He's been so solid.
And he's really denting the pride of the guys playing defense.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. He'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago. And you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed